really important that we begin to change the mindset of young people to know that your vote counts.
They don't understand that the legislative arm of government is actually a co-equal arm of government.
We have an incredible amount of potential.
Whatever it is I was doing, because of my personal DNA, it had to be of an international standard.
Which is what, seriously speaking, is all about. Yes, it's been a tough 2015, hasn't it been? But it's almost over. It's Christmas, so I'll say Merry Christmas again. I say you're still in the Christmas mood. But to end the year for you in a positive note, on a positive note, I have two guests here who are going to situate whatever challenges that you have in one word, a miracle. That you're alive today, you should be thankful to God for that. I have two people who have been on this show before. In thinking about who would round off the year and start off the new year, actually, I thought about both of them. And I reached out to both of them, and I wanted them in the studio at the same time. But until we sat down to record, I didn't realize they even knew each other. Now, you can only find out if you take a break, and I advise that when you come back, have a little piece of paper and a biro to write down, because I have live on set with me right now, the catalyst. If you don't go away, we'll be back shortly. Yes, welcome back. Personally, I know that my stylist is having a fit because I had this my Kuruba Shuku hairstyle, you know, because I wanted to look this way. I just wanted to be comfortable. That's one of the things that's going to happen to me in 2016. I'm not going to be apologetic about anything I do for as long as I know that I'm achieving the aim, which doesn't hurt anybody. That's my own goal. I don't know what yours is, but I have someone in the house who would help you define some of your goals. And his name is, we call him the catalyst because he's a catalyzer. And his name is Lanre Olusola. Hi, Lanre.
Hi, Adesua. Thank you again for having me on the show and compliments of the season.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, when I hear you speak, the decibel of your voice is so low. Is that deliberate and you have to teach me something that I don't know?
No, actually, it is who I am. You know, I've always been like this, calm, cool.
First, taking control of yourself, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Can somebody easily achieve that?
Yes, it is, because one of the rules of setting goals is the goal must be within your control. So if I set a goal that is not within my control, I cannot guarantee that I'll achieve it.
Give me an example.
For example, my wife and I, we want to build a house together. And we set a goal and say that by the 31st of December 2018, we're going to build our dream home. And it's going to cost us 200 million. And hypothetical. And I need to bring 150 million. She needs to bring 50 million. Now, what is within my own control is 150 million. What is within her control is 50 million.
As agreed by both of you?
As agreed by both of us. Now, I can't guarantee that she will get her 50 million, which means that, you know, I can only set a goal around my own 150 million. And so that is what I need to focus on. But if I focus on the 200 million as a goal and, you know, she doesn't meet her own part of the bargain, I will start getting stressed. So there are two things that I can do. I set the first goal for 150 million for that time because every goal must be dated. Save, it becomes a wish. So I set a goal for the 31st of December 2018 for 150 million, and I make that available. And then I do an extension till July 2019 if she doesn't make her own 50 million available. So I have two goals. I work towards December and I work towards July the following year.
So you're not disappointed?
So that I am not disappointed and I don't stress myself. So if you set goals, it must be within your circle of control. And that is the reason why only 8% of people that set goals at the beginning of the year that we call New Year resolutions don't never achieve their goals. Only 8% achieve it. 92% don't achieve it because those goals are not within their control. Those goals do not align with their values and their beliefs. And those goals are ideally not their goals. They're goals things that you have seen and you really like to have.
I wonder how that happens. Do we just set goals because it's the thing to do? Everybody setting New Year goals, or does it happen to us that as one year ends and another begins, we begin to reflect?
I think there are two things. You know, there's certain things that we call biases. in psychology. And, there's the social bias, there's the seasonal bias. And so people are biased. And so the season brings with it the whole sense of you're rounding up one season and you're starting another season. And by virtue of that, you need to take stock and, set your goals for the next year. But who says that your year starts in January and ends in December?
I like that.
My year starts in September, ends in August.
Really?
So, December, I'm working and I'm celebrating with everybody. So, I set my own goals in September, and my year ends in August.
Was that deliberate?
I just stumbled on it. I found that that's my cycle. And everybody has a cycle.
How do you determine your cycle?
It depends on how things unfold in your life, and you need to be aware of how things unfold. Some people have 1 year cycles, some people have 2 year cycles, some people have 6 month cycles. So, there are patterns in your life that you need to be aware of. And based on those patterns, certain things happen. So those are your seasons. And you find out that if you do not align with your cycle and your seasons, you'll be operating out of sync. So, you need to align with your seasons and your cycles.
Incidentally, as I introduce the next guest who's going to join us, I invited her because of a great song she's written in recent times. She's called Miracle Worker. And then before we came on set, she tells me, actually, this guy helped transform my life. I'm like, whoa. And you were surprised too.
Yeah, I was.
So I'll take a break so that I can come back and introduce Glowreeyah. And let's talk about how lives can be transformed just by listening to a life coach.
Wow.
So we'll take a break at this point, and I invite Glowreeyah Braimah, another guest who's been here before, and the author of Miracle Worker. We'll be back. Yes, welcome back. I'm still in the studio with Lanre. By the way, not many people know his name is Christopher. Christopher. I had to do that to you, His name is Christopher.
Wow.
But you know what? Between Christopher and I, we've agreed that in 2016, he's going to give me some personal coaching. Unfortunately, for most of you, if you're lucky enough to tweet at us or send a message, and you're the first 10 people to do so, you will be able to have 3 hours with this catalyst that can change your life. Something that would have cost you 500K, you pay only 100,000 naira. So if you are the first 100 and you know you need some form of healing in your life or some guidance, please tweet at us. But by the way, I told Christo that I wanted 2016 to be my year of wealth.
Yeah.
And then this is the book you're giving out. You didn't tell me that.
Well,
the money book.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's been a very successful book because I find out that, incidentally, money is the only thing that God compares himself with.
Oh, really?
He says you cannot serve two masters. You'd either serve the God of money or you serve me. And I find that a lot of people serve money. And, everyone is born with the potential to be multimillionaire, but not everybody becomes one. There are certain rules and regulations, there are certain principles that rich men follow. And so, the mindset of the rich is what separates them from the poor, because they have the same 24 hours as a poor man. A rich man has the same talent and gifts as a poor man, but he understands the fundamental principles of how he can use his time wisely and convert his gifts and talents and passion into profit.
So I'm going to read this. Maybe my millions will start rolling. But I find it's very simple to read. Look at the text. Why did you do that?
I did a research and I realized that, black people don't read. They say if you want to hide anything, put it in a book for a black man. So I made it simple. It's a book that in 45 minutes you will read, but you will never forget the principles.
But tell me, will it make me rich?
Yeah, most definitely. Nowadays what? The fundamental difference is the mindset. And it reveals the mindset of the rich and the mindset of the poor, and the habits of the rich and the habits of the poor. And so you would find out certain things that you do that you need to change, certain behaviors that you need towards transforming your life into a life of abundance.
This will never be a millionaire. I don't know if this young girl will be a millionaire with this song that she has played, but I must invite Glowreeyah on set. Glowreeyah, Braimah, come on set, sweetheart. We have to applaud you. Because you are yourself a miracle. Sorry. It's just that these hugs take away precious time, But I'll live with it, But I'm glad that I'm putting two of you together. When I told you this morning that it was going to be Lanre Olusola,
Yes.
Why?
Because God has a sense of humor. I haven't seen him since the first day I met him.
Oh,
I was
really?
in a deplorable
How many years
state.
ago was this?
Just about 2.5, 3 years ago.
You're kidding me.
Only time I met him, and when I met him, I'm not the same woman he met. He can testify.
I mean, it's been, let's take it, how did that happen?
It was just, like I said, I was in a dark room. I didn't know what was going on. I'm in a dark room mentally and psychologically, and I knew I needed something more. I knew I needed...
What were you struggling with?
I think I was just overshadowed with all the challenges and circumstances I had dealt with in the past. And it was just a little too heavy. I couldn't see clearly. I didn't know what to do.
Did you have an idea of your talent and your vision at that time?
Of course, to an extent. But sometimes you just don't believe in yourself because of what you've been through, because of what the opinions and the past have told you. You just don't believe I have it in me.
This had nothing to do with the death of your mother, did it?
Well, I think it was many little things all at once.
So for now, thank you for watching Seriously Speaking. As we always say, whatever issue we're discussing is serious matter. Today we're discussing miracles, which you can be a part of making happen in your life. But to help you turn things around, I'm going to play that other hit that Glowreeyah had in 2013 or 2013. It's called Turnaround. We'll see you next week in 2016. Bye.